Everyone laughed at me for showing the shuffle, but who's laughing now? Hi there, I'm Golden Routes, and today we'll be taking a look at the shuffle again. A lot of people didn't really seem to care for it or anything like that. So we're going to show it again, but this time we're going to show it from the very beginning, because that's the one mistake I think I did, was I didn't show it from the very beginning. So, you'll want to buy Lesterite ore, or any ore that's cheap on the auction house. Right now it's been Lesterite ore for me. Sometimes I can get lucky and get one of the uncommon ores. I did get some Snivir ore at like 6 or 7 gold per unit. It was about 2,000 of them, and I was able to get a good amount of the Essence of Torment, which is already all profit from there. But let's go ahead and look at what Lesterite ore can do for us. You'll want to be a jewel crafter. So if you're not a jewel crafter or not doing this on a jewel crafter, then it won't work. So if you have a preference for buying your materials and such for shuffles on a different character, then be aware that you'll be sending these off to a character that has the profession jewel crafting. Then you will want to prospect. I highly recommend that you mass prospect all the Lesterite ore, because it makes it so much easier. But then you'll notice that you will be getting these essences from prospecting the Lesterite ore, which I talked to somebody about it, and they didn't really know that that could happen. So I'm wondering if a lot of other people don't know that that could happen. So yeah, you can actually get the essence from the Lesterite ore. Therefore, you are making your gold back from the essences. Then the rest of the shuffle is just pure profit. You know, it's better than just vending off all of these gems. We're not going to sit here and do this for too long, but let's take a look at our next step while we're waiting for this to whittle down a little bit. Our next step is to turn it into the jewel clusters. There are two jewel clusters that I have been focusing on, and this is just because this is what the gems allow me to. It's also cheaper on my end if I remember right, but it's the blue gems, so the versatility one, or versatile one, and then you got your deadly jewel cluster as well that I've been focusing on. Those two have been doing me wonders. I could do the masterful jewel cluster if I really wanted to, but that also takes the red, and we're already using the red gem for the deadly jewel cluster, so we don't want to do that. We also are using the blue for the versatile cluster gem as well, so we really don't want to be making that purple one. You can do figures and all that to figure out which one's best for you if you really wanted to, but after that you will turn it into these rings. You want to be careful not to turn it into the necklaces, because the necklaces are more costly. So see, they take the malleable wire and they take 2 of them, but when you come down here to the rings, they only take 1 of them. So you're better off just going with the rings and all of that. And then you're probably wondering what we're doing with the rings after that. Let's go ahead and see how much gold we have here. We got about 6k here, maybe 7k, and we're not even a fraction of the way done with our shuffle. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we'll do with those rings after we're done with that. Alright, so you want to be an enchanter on this one, which sucks that my jewel crafter isn't an enchanter as well, but I can't have it any other way. So I have to send all the rings off to my enchanter. You don't have to have Shadowlands enchanting to do this either. I'd like to note, all you have to have is the disenchant um, ability, and you should be able to do it. I could be wrong on that, but I don't have Shadowlands enchanting on this character because it's not level 50 yet, so I'm still enchanting. So something's working there. Could be a bug, could be intentional, I don't know, but I don't mind it. If we can get into this character, then I can show you guys. Usually doesn't take this long to load, but it's probably because I'm recording. Alright, here we are. And then, oh, I already have some here. I really need to get working on this. I really do. But as we can see here, I've got, let's just hit this button. I've got almost 5 stacks of the Sacred Shard, and they're selling for 11k a stack, 12k a stack actually. Then I got about 5 stacks of the Soul Dust, which is selling for about 4 gold a stack. Or 4k gold a stack, which is a little bit lower than usual. I will admit that it's a little bit lower than usual, but can't complain too much. And as we can see here, I am enchanting without actually hitting the enchant button or anything like that. So you're probably wondering how I'm doing that. Well, I also made a video on this. Again, it didn't do very well. It's actually a macro. So all you do is you go to macros and do cast enchanting or disenchanting, then /use, and then whatever it is you're using to disenchant, and then you can set your macro up to a button, and you can just enchant away or disenchant away. So that's really all there is. Oh, this character also had 0 gold by the time I did this shuffle, and now it's at 72k. I'd say it's very profitable. One of my viewers commented saying that this shuffle doesn't work on all servers, which it may not work on all servers. His argument was it doesn't work on a majority of servers, but it actually kind of does, because as long as you're making more than 50 gold per disenchant, you are good to go. So that's really all that matters. And it doesn't even have to be per disenchant, it could be every like 2 disenchants, if that makes sense. So the enchantment or the rings cost 50 gold to make, roughly. And from there, you just have to get lucky and hope you get 2 sacred shards or 2 soul dusts, and then that ring is worth it. You know, it's already worth it. But that's all for now, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.